And in the number 1 slot, the Penfield Girls Basketball team, the Patriots are off to a 10-0 start, winning by an average of almost 25 points per game. Brian Mazurowski has their story.
A perfect year would be considered a lofty goal for any team, but at 10-0 over halfway through their season, the Penfield Girls Basketball team just might have perfect within reach.
I think a lot of it is how experienced we are. We call the young kids the kids that just came up on varsity, but they're actually juniors, which is weird because we call them the young kids, but to have kids that have that much experience is going to set you up for a good start no matter where you are.
It's been more than a good start, though. Penfield cruised through the first half of their season, winning every regular season game by at least 10 points. Many teams would use a start like this to ease up a bit, but not the Patriots.
I just don't think these guys are programmed that way. They play so hard in practice every day that I really think it transfers onto the court during games.
To ensure there was going to be no sense of invincibility, the team took part in a mid-season tournament with some stiff competition.
We went down to, it's called the Amsterdam Showcase, and it's the best tournament in New York State over the holiday weekend.
It was different because a lot of the games we've had here, we've won by a lot. In those games, we got to practice closing the games and not letting them catch up.
The Patriots worked on closing out games and adjusting to new circumstances.
We got to be in a place where the reffing was a lot different, so it was 2 of the most physical games that I've ever played in.
Oh, they don't call anything down there, so it's really tough coming back here, and then like the touch fouls get called, whereas like kids were really, nobody cut through the lane and didn't get hit. It was like the NBA back in the 80s with the Pistons and that. If you were cutting through the lane, somebody's going to nail you.
In-season tests like the Amsterdam tournament certainly helped the Patriots, but the girls of Penfield don't need to be pushed by coaches to be their best, as many take it upon themselves to prepare for the basketball season through other sports such as lacrosse. By playing multiple sports together, the girls have developed a great bond within the team.
Well, our chemistry on the court is really good, and like we're all best friends, and like I hang out with everyone on my team, like they're the only people I hang out with, and it shows on the court because we're all worried about the team instead of like our personal stats.
One of the biggest things that helped our team chemistry is the Eastside YMCA, because the girls will call each other all in the summer and in the fall and say, let's go play 3-on-3. There's always a place for them to shoot, and they've really become good friends off the court because of their love of the game.
All of the hard work is paying off so far for Penfield, who's keeping an eye on their main goal for the year.
Well, I want to win sectionals because we lost last year in finals and it was not fun. So I want to win sectionals and I want to win states.
I mean, our overall goal is to definitely win sectionals this year. We're really going to push ourselves, and that's where we eventually want to see ourselves, or maybe farther.
So it's a sectional championship or bust for the Patriots, or at least most of the Patriots.
My goal is to get better every day. It's the process of it. And my other goal is to play games until there's no more games to be played. So I don't want to say the goal is sectionals and then we win sectionals. If we win sectionals, then what? I want the goal to be, we want to keep playing games, as long as there are games to be played in New York State.
Brian Mazurowski joins us now. Look, I remember the Penfield cross country and the volleyball team especially, great success in the fall. They've had a good year so far, and there's some reasons for that, aren't there?
Absolutely. And talking with the girls and talking with Coach Vogt, a vast majority of these girls on the basketball team play a second sport. And the one thing that makes the coach really happy is that they're thinking in terms of basketball while they're playing these other sports, and that's got to help them out on the court immensely.
And we see a lot of these girls come lacrosse season, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Brian, thank you very much.